Hello and welcome to Michael
Sarah
Adventures. Today's mission is going to be to tackle the wiring, and also Sarah's going to do some sewing. Sewing.
I'm going to finish the mattress that I started with a couple of weeks ago, and then also create some accessories to make camping easier.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's get going with that.
And we're done!
So the mission is to tackle the wiring setup in the Ranger. Since it's an Odyssey edition, it comes with a deep cycle battery with solenoid setup already included, which is really awesome. There's also a fuse box with some wires going to the dashboard and then back again, so you can switch things on and off. I do not know how that works though, and there's no wiring diagrams, which sucks. So I have to figure out which wire is which wire and what I can work with. I tried to clean up all the wires so I can actually see what is going on and try and make it more safe. It didn't look very safe when I started, so this is what I have so far. It is messy. So I've got the solenoid here, which enables after 3 minutes from the main battery getting power. There's a fuse box, the wiring harnesses, and then also a relay, and then a bunch of wires doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, I need to figure that out. I do want to get a wire also back to the cabin where I usually keep the fridge and the freezer. I'll see whether I'll just run it from the front to there, or where I'm actually going to take it from this spot and then wire one back. So, stuff to figure out. Alright, so I finally figured something out. The big wire at the back goes all the way up to this one here, and it has a fuse in there which is blown, so that is why the battery isn't charging and why I'm not getting any power there. Quite a well hidden fuse. So I'm basically finishing up putting in the circuit breaker for this wire. This is the new guy that I put in, so you can easily switch off, switch on, and it's a 50 amp. So if there's any issues on the wire, it'll trip, and then we can just reset it and figure it out in the bush without trying to find a fuse that we don't have. Yeah. Good. So that wire in the front is this big fat wire coming in to the solenoid, and I also figured out the screen cable comes directly from the battery with the fuse and comes all the way to this relay, and the relay then goes to the solenoid. Okay, so the moment of truth to find out whether this cable now has power. So we'll basically see here how much volts come through. I'm expecting like 12.4 or something. So let's see. Oh, 12.38, that's awesome. Okay, so I wired it up to be able to see whether the solenoid is still working. So I connected a small battery to the output terminal of the solenoid, which gives it a reading to count down the 3 minutes. So at the moment we're 30 seconds to go, and then we will hear a clicking sound and the voltage will go up to the alternator voltage. Could still not figure out how the solenoid works. Either it's broken or something's not wired up correctly, and I'm really not list to figure out what. So I'm gonna go with using my old solenoid that I already have, that I know is working, and just rewire the route that I used to have. So I'm just gonna quickly close down those wires, make sure everything's safe, and then I'll call it a day.